Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we are having an update on the Free Orchestra 2 because there has been some new instruments added over the last 3 months. So this started off in August, it was, I think, with the Tool Tasto string. So I kind of showed you that, and also the bold legato brass. So since then we have had accenting winds and Tutti Crescendo and concert harp. So this was October, November and December. As usual, it was a bit of a faff trying to get this upgraded using native access, and I had to reinstall the whole app again, as I have had to do every time, which is why I'm not doing these monthly. I've got to reinstall the whole app and then sign out of native access, sign back in again, do all sorts of malarkey just to get these to show up, and they don't seem to be able to fix it. They're just blaming native instruments. We've got accenting winds, which is probably the worst one so far, and then Tutti Crescendo and concert harp. So we'll start off with winds, and as you can see, there's not much to it. So and then go up a bit. That is Charlotte. So yeah, so you've got the kind of usual, you've got the master EQs on, and you've got an octaver, so which will play 2 notes 1 octave apart, and then you've got your volume, and this kind of goes between brass and silo mix. So we're on 50%, and this is using the kind of second knob on the controller. So if we go down to, so that is just like 0 brass. So you're still actually getting a sound. So you can see the silo starts coming in. And apologies for my noisy keyboard, if my mic's picking up the keyboard. It's kind of like 30%, and then we had 50, and then we'll go around to 75, see? So we've got more silo coming in, and then 100, and it has the usual 6 controls there: attack, decay, reverb, limiter, filter and stereo, and those are all the same. And then if you go into advanced, you can tweak the velocity and also adjust either the range of the mapping or where it goes. So I can shift this up and down the keyboard, which is very, very handy, because what I've done is I've done some presets combining these, and I've been moving them around on the keyboard. Accenting winds, like I said, it's probably the worst so far, so we'll bin that and we'll go back to library. Tutti Crescendo, and these aggressive strings and brass crescendos were taken from Symphobia 4 Pandora, and they are powered by Adaptive Sync, our time-saving sync engine. Use the knob to effortlessly match the crescendo to your project tempo. Yeah, so it goes up in beats. So it defaults to 4 beats, and then you've got 6, 8, 10, 12, right round to 16. So that's quite cool. I mean, it kind of sounds better on 4 and 6. I think the longer the beats, you kind of lose the effect. And again, it's got an octaver. So we're down the bottom of the keyboard here. So if I kind of shift this up a bit. So this is getting more like it. And you can use the mod wheel to adjust the dynamics, so you can get the dynamics coming in there. It's quite nice. So I like this one. And again, same idea, you can fool around with all that, and let's say you can take the octaver off. We'll whack it up to 8 beats, and you'll see the difference. We'll put octaver back on. So yeah, basically just goes on for longer. So kind of depending on what you want. So 6. Let's try 2. So you've got a really short one. I think 4 is kind of maybe 4 to 6 is probably the kind of optimum, I think. Personally, that is Tutti Crescendo. And last but not least is the concert harp. So this is filling up a lot of the keyboard. So this is, that is bottom C, and that is C5. So that is C1, C5, and then I can go up to C6. So those are probably about the ones you're going to use. And I'll just bump the volume up a wee bit. So this one's quite nice. And it has Winter Magic in the middle, which is quite cool. So this beautiful concert harp is a little gem from our legacy sampling sessions, recorded in an old historic Dutch church. This instrument is delicate yet full sounding. Turn up the big knob for some Winter Magic, and we've already got a bit of Winter Magic on the snow falling on it, so it's all very wintry. So that's Octava on. Right, let's whack up the Winter Magic and see what happens. We'll put it to 50. So basically it's just a bit of decay and reverb. Bump up the volume a wee bit. Right, let's turn it all the way around. Turn the volume back down a bit. That is too much Winter Magic. Right, we'll turn the Octava off. Right, we're getting all sorts of crap going on. Right, well that's too much. We've had too much Winter Magic. Right, we'll turn it back down to 44. That is your 3 newbies. I've done a few presets. So yeah, so you can see I've been busy with this one. This is Tutti Crescendo, Sul Tasto, Bold Brass, and the accent wind thing. I've gone on to advanced and moved around quite a lot of these keys. So some of them are overlapping and some of them aren't. And then I've tooled around with some of the volumes. What I've got here is, so I've gone up to 6 beats. So that is, as you can see down here, if you can see this, because you won't be able to see the lights on my keyboard. So I've got the crescendo, and the crescendo goes on its own, and then I've got at the top so I've got the strings and the accents at the top, and then it goes down to just purely strings. So I've got a few notes of purely strings, which is the purple one here, and then they're combined. Up to the kind of high end there, C5, C6. The brass comes in kind of around the middle and the strings. And then we've got the strings and the crescendo down round about C1 to C2. So if I go onto there, you'll see, yeah, that is round about C2 there. So yeah, so that is it. And then a bit of strings on its own. I really don't like that. That wins. I think that can come down a bit volume wise. And then we've got the brass and the sul. So this is the brass and sul tasto. And the cloudiness is on 50% on the sul tasto, and bold brass is at 105. So this is kind of quite nice. We can bring the dynamics in with the muff wheel. So those are probably the best two. Got the harp and the strings. So you can see there's a wee bit of harp on its own. All the way up here. So yeah, so you can see you get some quite nice, just using a 2 or 3, I mean any more than kind of 3 and it gets a bit over the top. So this is the new Tutti Crescendo and the Brass, and as you can see it's kind of split almost 50-50. So we've got not much kind of crossing over. Yeah, so that's it, that is your new ones. So you could add up to 5 now, which I think would be a bit over the top, because like I said, I've done 4 and it is a bit scary. Anyway, so thanks for watching as usual. If you're enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, share and comment. And I hope you have had a great Christmas and New Year, and I will see you in the next one.